Reclaim your power. The 3-step blueprint to break free from self-doubt. Hey there, if you're watching this, it's probably because you're feeling stuck, overwhelmed, or lost in the daily grind of life. You're successful and you've worked hard to get to where you are, but something just doesn't feel right anymore. You wake up every day feeling like you're running on autopilot, going through the motions, but deep down, you know you're not living the life you truly want. I'm Christina, and I help high-achieving professionals who feel burnt out, overwhelmed, and unfulfilled break free from these cycles and prioritize themselves to start living a more energized, balanced, and fulfilled life. Today, I'm going to share some key insights and practical steps that will help you tackle the very first hurdle that keeps most of us stuck. How to prioritize yourself and make real, meaningful changes without feeling guilty or overwhelmed. So let's start with the why. Why do you even feel stuck? Even though you've worked so hard, why does it seem that no matter how much you achieve, it's never enough to make you truly feel fulfilled? The answer is often simpler than we realize. It's the stories that we tell ourselves and the habits that we've developed over time that keep us trapped in this cycle. You've spent years, maybe even decades, putting everyone else first. Your career, your family, your responsibilities, and somewhere you've lost sight of your own needs, your own desires, and what truly makes you feel alive. You've been taught that success means constantly pushing yourself, being everything to everyone, and never slowing down. But here's the truth. If you keep neglecting yourself, if you keep putting yourself last, you'll never feel satisfied, no matter how much you accomplish. One of our biggest traps is self-doubt. That voice in your head that says, I don't have time for myself, I'm not worthy of a break, or I'll focus on me once everything else gets handled. Those thoughts, they lead to a cycle of neglect that leads to burnout. The good news? You can break this cycle. It starts with understanding that you are not just your work, your responsibilities, or your achievement. You are a whole person with needs that deserves attention. Breaking this cycle does not require a massive overhaul of your life. It starts with small, deliberate changes that signal to yourself that you actually matter. And today, I'm going to guide you through 3 transformative steps that will help you get unstuck and start moving towards the life you truly want. Step 1, it's all about awareness. Before you can make any meaningful change, you need to understand the internal narrative that's keeping you stuck. These are limiting beliefs, those automatic thoughts that tell you you're not good enough, that prioritizing yourself is selfish, or that things just will never change. Here's a simple but powerful exercise I want you to try. Grab a pen and paper and write down the first 5 thoughts that come to your mind when you think about taking time for yourself. Don't filter these thoughts, just get them down on paper. Now take a good look at that list. How many of these are actually serving you? How many of these are just old stories based on your past experiences? Or maybe they're unrealistic expectations. The first step to breaking free is to challenge these thoughts. Next to each one of those beliefs, write a new and powerful statement. For example, I don't have time for self-care becomes I make time for what's important. This exercise is the beginning of a mindset shift, a way to start rewriting your story with you at the center. Second step is about boundaries. You've heard the phrase, you can't pour from an empty cup. Yet how often do you actually live by that? Setting boundaries is not just about saying no. It's about valuing your time, energy, and well-being as much as you value your commitment to others. Start by identifying one area in your life that you feel most drained. It could be at work, with family, or even in social settings. Think of one boundary that you can implement to protect your energy. Maybe it's as simple as scheduling 30 minutes of me time each day, or turning off work emails after 7 p.m., or saying no to non-essential meetings or commitments. It's important to remember that boundaries are a form of self-respect. They aren't about shutting people out. They're about making sure you have the space to recharge and show up fully for those things that matter. When you set and maintain boundaries, you send a powerful message to yourself and to others. My time and energy are valuable and I deserve to protect them. The last step, action. Taking small, consistent steps that prioritize you. Too often we think that change has to be drastic to be meaningful, but that's just not true. Transformation happens in the tiny, everyday choices that happen over time. What's one small thing that you can do today that honors your needs? Maybe it's going for a walk, taking a quiet moment with a cup of tea, or simply turning off your phone and breathing deeply. These small actions are not insignificant. They're the building blocks of a new way of living. Each time you choose yourself, you're reinforcing a new belief that you are worthy of care and attention. You're creating momentum, and that momentum will lead to bigger changes. Let's quickly recap the 3 steps that will help you break free from feeling stuck to start prioritizing yourself. 1. Recognize and challenge your limiting beliefs. 2. Boundaries to protect your time and energy. 3. Take small, consistent actions that honor your needs. These steps are just the starting point. They're the foundation for building the life that you want. A life where you're energized, fulfilled, and living on your own terms. Remember, it doesn't have to be perfect, and it doesn't have to happen all at once. Just start with one small step today and keep building. Now that you've learned these steps, you have 2 options. First, you can take this information and run with it. You can try to implement these changes on your own, but without guidance and accountability, there's a good chance that you'll probably fall back into those same old patterns. Or number 2, you can choose to work with me, where I will be there to walk you through every step of the journey, providing you with a clear path, personalized strategies, and the accountability that you need to reach your goals. The choice is yours, and I would be honored to help you transform your life. Click the link around this video to schedule your free call today, and let's start this journey together. I look forward to seeing you on there. Have a great day.